Hey guys, and welcome to tea time. But stuffed tea, today I'm eating ice cream. Oh yeah, check this out. That's good, isn't it? So, what's on the agenda for tea time today? Commissions, timelines, comments, monetization, and some shout outs. So, I cut my fingers at least once a week, usually because I have a blunt knife. And if you have a blunt knife, you press harder, and then finally, when you break through, bam, you cut your finger. The reason I'm eating ice cream today instead of tea is because I deserve a treat. Because yesterday, I sat in the hospital for like 4 hours because I was working on my sister's and I put my knife down on the desk and I was like, blah, 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 and I had a model in my hand, I was pulling it apart and I pulled it apart and my hand slammed down on the desk right where my knife was. So hard, the knife bounced up over my head and fell on the ground like a meter and a half away. And I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, F word. And I grabbed my fingers. By the way, children, if you're watching this, I don't listen to this story because it involves knives and cutting yourself, and it's not my fault. Anyway, I grabbed my hand, ran upstairs, and when I put it under the water, it was so deep, like almost to the bone, and it was kind of like going, hello, hello. Maybe you should take me to the doctor. Usually I would just tape it up or even super glue it. Kids don't listen to that. But I decided it probably needed some stitches. So I went to the doctor and the nurse had just left. So then I went to the hospital and they were very nice, but there was a lot of, more important things happening. So I hung out there for 3 hours and then they decided finally, because they couldn't stop it bleeding, to stitch it. And then I was like, should I splint it so that it doesn't come undone? And I was like, I can do it at home. And I was thinking, yeah, I could wrap it in polymorph and it would go hard and I'd have like a splint and that'd be really fun. And the doctor was like, no, 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 we'll do it here. We'll splint it and we'll just set it to your other finger. And I was like, no, I need my fingers. So now I have this for like 3 days and then I lose the bandages and then I just have stitches for like a week. But I basically can't do modeling because I can't bend my finger. And I'm like, the moment you can't do it, you really want to do it. And it's like when I'm falling asleep at night. Like when I fall asleep at night, I just want to jump out of bed and work on things, on projects. I have all these ideas because I can't do it because I'm meant to be going to bed. So now that I can't use my hand for a week, I'm really, really excited and enthusiastic, but I can't do it. But it's also a blessing in disguise because when moving house, I'm surrounded by boxes. I've got lots of packing to do. I can still sort things with my left hand. But essentially it means no projects for a week. So for commissions, everything's going to get pushed back by a week. So if I've spoken to you in the last 48 hours about timelines, it's now a week later that I'll be able to deliver that project, unless it's an extreme circumstance. Like if you need it for a tournament, then I can probably reshuffle. I'll just have to talk to other people in the queue. On commissions in general, I now have commissions until March, one a week until mid-March, which is pretty intense. And the reason why it's one a week is because I've just taken a new job. So I'm starting a job 2 days a week in the city so that I can spend the other 3 days working on commissions without being too worried about finances, which is a relief. But it means I'll only do one a week. But that's cool because I'll do one commission a week with 3 videos for the commission. So 3 videos a week on commissions, 1 video a week, or 2 videos a week on commissions, 1 video a week on sisters or whatever project. So there'll be a lot more videos, which takes me to the next point, which is comments. I haven't been answering comments properly at all for the last 3 months. And I feel really bad about it because your comments mean everything. And it sounds like that's not true. Like it seems like I don't care, which is not true at all. I really appreciate your comments. I read them all. I reply with great enthusiasm when I'm in the right frame of mind. But the last few months have been kind of weird because I've sort of don't know where I'm going to be living. And I just feel like I didn't have a job that I was focused on. I wasn't sure if I could make commissions work full time. I was kind of in between. And when you feel like in between and untethered and you don't really feel like, so you kind of just always watch videos instead of commenting or you're answering comments and you just think of all these other things to do. And then it just becomes overwhelming. I mean, in my defense, there's a lot of comments lately and it's a little bit overwhelming to answer them all. And I hadn't really appreciated that until now. That's not to say you shouldn't comment. Although if you want to comment on other people's videos, that would be awesome too. That sounds really, really arrogant. I don't mean it to, but it leads me to my next point. which is that I will answer comments properly. I'm going to start going back and answering all the comments and saying thank you. And just 1 second. And I got it. And so this is a joke. Oh, this is going to be great. This is ruining the video. Hello? I'm just recording a video and I really can't cancel it because I've already recorded 5 minutes. So can I call you back when I've finished? No, but he's getting, no. See ya. This is my life. It's beautiful. But, wow, I would never watch this if I was watching this video. So, but it's tea time. That's the idea of tea time, is to bore you to death. And, what are we talking about? So I'll go and answer all those comments because they're awesome. And I've been lazy, I guess, more than anything. And overwhelmed. But everything's going to be great because I'm going to move to the city. I'm going to have a job 2 days a week. Commissions the other 3 days. I'm going to go running in the morning. I'm going to enjoy the sun, the summer. It's going to be so splendid. And I'm really looking forward to it. That's all going to happen in the next 2 or 3 weeks. As soon as I get these off. So, commenting on other people's videos. So, I want to do some more shout-outs, and I usually want to make like a big video about it with graphics and pictures so that you will go and actually subscribe. But I made like a video last week, I think during tea time, where I was like, you should totally go and subscribe to these people. When I, like, please, that's the one thing you can do, like, that can be our deal. Like, I'll make videos and projects and stuff and I'll share them with you, and if you would be so kind as to go and subscribe to the people that I do shout-outs for. There's no particular reason you should subscribe. Like, yes, people might be amazing, and they often are. They might be new, and, you know, joining the community, they often are. I just don't really understand why people, and I'm probably going to lose people over this, but whatever. I don't understand why people subscribe to some people and not to others. Like, I know it fills up your list and stuff, and maybe you guys want to keep really neat lists, but there's a lot of people who don't subscribe. They must just come and watch when they feel like it. I never really understood that. Anyway, it doesn't seem like it's the biggest thing to subscribe to someone. And it's really, really, really encouraging to new people who are joining the community. So with that in mind, please go and visit the channels of these following people. Solar Chipmunk. Okay, Solar Chipmunk in the link below and in the description. He's been around for a while now, like several months, if not longer. And he's got lots and lots of videos. And all the videos have like 1 or 2 or 3 views. And that must be really, really difficult, but he's persevered. And the videos are great. And he's got a great army coming up, and I think he's a nice guy, a young kid, and like doing really good work. So please go subscribe and comment. And I really appreciate the core membership, you know, the close-knit community folks who go and do subscribe. You guys rock. I can count on you. To spread the love as you spread it once. That sounds kind of disease-ridden. So, Solar Chipmunk. Okay, this guy's amazing. Imagine bi-painted mixed with Nuclear Losaur. And that's Rumpelmaster. Rumplemaster. Rumpelmaster. Here's the link and in the description below. And his stuff is amazing. His conversions are fantastic. They're really, really inspiring. He's just done this really cool new, like, BFG series for Tyranids, which is big effing gun, and I imagine. And they just look really cool. And he's got this really cool Serpent Guard army coming along with amazing painting. It really is like bi-painted, and Nuclear Losaur and Unshriek 3D, and they all got together and made this really great channel. So I love Rumpelmaster, and he's got like 1 view per video because he's just started putting up videos. But he's an absolute pro. So make sure you go subscribe to Rumpelmaster. And Useless Wizard. So Useless Wizard has been doing some really good videos over the last couple of weeks. Really interesting. I really enjoy watching them. But he needs to expand his subscriber base too. So Useless Wizard. as it sounds, here's the link and in the description below. Please go subscribe to him and check out his videos. Lots of really interesting things. So those are the 3 shout-outs for today. Solar Chipmunk, Rumple Master, and Useless Wizard. Go sign up and enjoy. Okay, what's the third thing? Monetization. So I have to keep, why am I doing this? This is tea time. I've got to keep eating, got to keep drinking my tea or eating my ice cream. And this is so melted now. Gross. So Drosbeth from the community sent me a message yesterday. It's breakfast, by the way. Oh my god, that's amazing. So in the email, he said, I'm really interested about monetizing my account. I've been getting that message that says your account's now available for monetization. What are the pros and cons? What should I do? What kind of content can I have? So let me just lay it out really clearly and quickly. So with a standard YouTube account, you can do whatever you want. You can break copyright all the time. It just depends on your own personal perspective on it. I use copyright music a lot. I use copyright graphics. I use Games Workshop graphics. I acknowledge it all in the description and at the end of the video. And then when there's a problem, YouTube will alert me and say, there's a copyright claim on a song. And then what you can do is you can appeal it really easily with a click of a button. Would you like to appeal this? Yes. You fill out the form, and you say fair use under YouTube or Google's, fair use for not-for-profit or fair use for non-commercial use or whatever. And it's usually fine. One of the last videos I did with Soundgarden music in it, it was banned in Germany, but, that's okay every now and then. But that's what you can do when you have a standard account, and it's just up to you. And you can, as long as it's non-commercial, then it's fair use. When you begin to monetize your account, even if it's just Google AdWords, which is what Josbeth is talking about, because that's what the message means. It means click here and we'll start putting ads on your videos. You can't have any copyright material on the videos that isn't yours, and they'll continually claim. And then I don't think you can refute the claims. So you can't say it's fair use for non-commercial because they're advertising off the basis of your video. So that means that you have to basically strip back your video to license or fair use music, like Kevin MacLeod's music and Compotech stuff. That's all free. You can use that with acknowledgement, and that'll be fine. You probably shouldn't be putting up like video clips from Games Workshop games or cinematics from Dawn of War or Space Marine the game or Ultramarine the movie, because that's copyright protected. But that's up to you. And ultimately the way I see it is you should make the video, do what you want, and if there's a claim against it, well, that you just have to take it down, or they just won't advertise on it. But is it worth it? I don't know. There's a reason why I don't have a partner account, and that's because for the functionality that it gives me, it's not worth me having to like curtail my creative desire to use like copyright media. So because I wouldn't be able to use I wouldn't be able to use the kind of music I want to use, or sometimes use the graphics I want to use, it's not worth it. If you don't mind that, then it's totally worth it because you get all the extra links, you get the nice page design, and you get monetization of your account. But ultimately, if you're actually asking me, Josbeth, is it financially worth it? I don't think so. I don't know much about Google AdWords, but I do know that the ads that are placed on partner accounts earn something like $2.50 per 1,000 views. So I think like maybe like 5 of my videos have had more than 1,000 views in the history of my channel this year. So that would have earned me a whopping $14 or something like that. So you need to be like, Toby Turner and be getting like millions and millions of views per video for it to be like, financially amazing. But you need to at least be, either like girl painting or Les or blue table painting to even think about it being worthwhile, from my perspective anyway, being worth any more than just like an hourly, wage for working 1 hour a day. Or 1 hour a week, really, because it's like, at the best, I could have earned like $15 this year off my account. So it doesn't really add up for me, but it might for you. And like I said, just experiment. If you have a problem with the claim, they won't use the video, or they won't put ads on it. It's all quite straightforward. You might just want to be a bit more concerned though about videos from your archives, like videos you made earlier, because they won't be able to monetize those. So I hope that's not a downer of a comment. By all means, experiment with it and check it out, and let me know how it goes, because I haven't done it, but I just don't see the benefit for me. But if you find that it's working really well, please let me know, and I might change my mind based on your experience. That'd be cool. So let me know what you decide to do. And that advice is for anyone else out there who's getting those messages. That's just my perspective on it. And so, yeah, finally, I'd like to tell you what I'm doing for the big winter competition. I'm going to do a Necron Doom Scythe, full scale, so straight out of the artwork. And there'll be a video on that next week, I guess, when I can edit videos. And I've ordered all the parts, and I'm going to do mainly like carved out of foam and custom and stuff, so that'll be exciting for me. I'm also doing a Tyrannid, crazy Tyrannid monster, because I've always wanted to do a Tyrannid. You know, what do they call those creatures? Anyway, monstrous creature. So that's cool. And sisters are coming along slowly, really slowly. Someone asked me where they were at, because they're meant to launch on the 11th of November. I'll be like, they're meant to launch on the 11th of November, 2012. But because at this rate, they're going to be taking ages. Because it's so much like, there's going to be so much green stuff work. I really don't want to do the green stuff work. But I've assembled 5 Seraphim and 5 Celestian. And then I've got to do 10 Battle Sisters, 5 Dominion, and 5 Retribution. And yeah, the tank's finished. I got to paint it, but I could show you it unpainted. It's black based. That's exciting, the Excelsior tank. And then we're going to light it, which is really exciting. Bill from BKG is going to light the tank with me. And he's working on a lighting harness now. So that's really cool. And then I'm going to make a Warhammer Fantasy army, I've decided, next year. As well as finish my other projects. So finish that giant Mega Dread, Orc Mega Dread, maybe sell it on eBay if anyone wants it. Or keep it. And I'm going to do a Warhammer Fantasy army, but the Warhammer Fantasy army is going to be based on Girl Painting's latest video of the, I don't know what the army's called, but it's the Space Wolves gone bad, like the Chaos Space Wolves. I love those Chaos Space Wolves, and I thought if I could borrow the scheme from my army, it would be really, really awesome. And what will happen is they would have got caught in the warp and then shot back out to 40,000 years ago, and they'll have like wolves, and they'll all be wearing Space Marine armor, but it'll all be rusted, and it'll be in that really amazing scheme that Girl Painting developed. And they'll have like bolters that don't work, so they use them as like hammers, and they have like, you know, poles, you know, staffs and axes and knives and swords. And so there's a Chaos army, but it's based off a renegade Space Marine Space Wolf army that's been pulled back in time. So I think that's really cool. I mean, that would be really fun. And I have so much like Assault Marines and Space Marines left over that it would make sense to combine them. It's sort of like, how can I use all the bits I've got left over? Yeah, so that will probably be like mid next year. I mean, that's a long way away. I'm going to finish the sisters first. And then the last thing is that I need help with my sisters, so I'm going to start making videos about it next week. But like, I've built it as a showcase army, and I need to make it playable. And I've got 2 lists that I found on Daka Daka and Warseer as well. But I don't know. Like, I don't really know how to equip them properly. Like, if I've got a squad of 5, are they all bolters, and then one of them has the multi-melter, one of them has the flamer? Is that the idea? And then you can make sure that you don't mix up the alternate weapons as well in the squad. Is what I've read. Anyway, so I'll post like the army composition when it's like the showcase army. Then I'll post like the lists that I was looking at. Maybe you guys could give me some feedback and we can make a video about it, because I've never really delved into this before. and it's really, really complicated. But actually, it's really kind of intriguing. I know that it could become quite a sort of obsession. I was really into sort of number crunching when I played Warcraft, so I could see that being the same here. Anyway, oh, this is almost tea now. It's totally melted. Check out those guys, Solid Chipmunk, Rumpelmaster, and Useless Wizard. And Drozbeth, good luck with your account decisions. And thanks guys for all the comments and support in the last few videos. I'm glad you've enjoyed the builds. And look forward to giving you some updates next week. Abaddon is nearly finished, and so is the Khorne Chaos Lord on Juggernaut, and then we've got Manius, and then we've got a whole bunch more, like a lot of commissions to come, and a lot of really exciting builds. So I will keep you in the loop. Thank you for listening to this 20-minute rant. Oh my god, I did a 20-minute video. Is anyone left? If you're left, that's great. I appreciate it. Happy weekend. Thank you for watching Tea Time. Bye. Oh, that's really good timing. Hello?